almost 20% of the Dallas County population faces food insecurity. USDA has a lot of different definitions, but really low-income areas with low access to vehicles and no real grocery stores within a mile.
If you want to go get something to eat, 9 times out of 10, you're going to fast food. And if it's fast food, it's going to be fried fast food. There aren't any Tom Thumbs, Sprouts. Those things don't exist. Starbucks on every corner. We don't have Starbucks at all. We don't have movie theaters, Whole Foods. People don't even know what that stuff is.
So Dallas has the second highest concentration of poverty in Texas. That equals about 477,000 residents who don't know where their next meal is coming from.
The school systems that are broken. You're gonna see facilities that are not up to par. You're gonna see crime that's rampant, trash all over the place. That's just been forgotten. We have a lack of knowledge of self, have a lack of opportunities, lack of access. You got kids walking home past dope fiends and they think that's normal. Go to schools after a shooting has taken place and kids are walking around unfazed. And that's painful for me because I understand and I know that the rest of the world isn't operating like that. There are people that are hurting from things and they don't even understand why.
I grew up in proud East Dallas.
I had access to a great public school and access to college financial aid. My peers who lived south of I-30 and perhaps didn't look like me didn't have those same advantages.
A drowning person will reach for razor blades. That's a fact. The desperation that our kids are seeing every day is people reaching and cutting their hands up on this rope filled with razor blades and still drowning. A lot of people don't even understand that we're lacking so many things because this is all that they ever known. They've never seen anything else.
And it's an insult that our veterans and our seniors and our poor are having to go to food banks and having to stand in line to be fed in this great city.
Some memories are hard to erase.
Dallas has the highest childhood poverty rate in the country. Okay, so now what? What are we gonna do about it? We got a lot of billionaires here. Okay, so now what?
We got to do something. We've put together some ideas, but none of it had really any likelihood of actual success.
We talk about the outreach through the city of communities, but when I delve deeper, I can't find the people who are really, really impacted.
If the city's not gonna do it for us, then we have to do it for ourselves.
Until we are able to give the sustainable changes to these things, nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna keep seeing the same cycle over and over and over again.
So we planted a garden, really just out of defiance. We have 2,500 people that live here. A garden wasn't gonna do anything, but what it did is it started a conversation and people started stopping by saying, why is there a garden here? There's no gardens in the hood, and we got to share the story.
The garden started because this man found out there was a food desert over here and people dying because we don't have access to fresh healthy food. So the man took a vacant lot and built a garden in it.
And every time we shared the story, people started offering help.
I want to do this because my granddad, who from South Dallas, bought a lot right there in the bottoms.
What's your intentions? What's the motive?
Because it's a food desert over there too. If none of us live over here and we're building a community garden and we didn't ask anyone from the community, that's, I think the term might be co-opting, is that right? All right, we don't want to do that.
Because we don't have the answers, they do. We just might have the resources to help people reach that solution easier. Not coming in and giving them the solution or doing anything for them, just saying, this is what you want to do, I know this person who might be able to help you do this.
Over the course of 3.5 years, we worked with 172 kids who at the time of working with them were incarcerated. Of those 172 kids, statistically 47% should have gone back to jail within 12 months, but only 11% did. In the state of Texas, it costs $125,000 to incarcerate a juvenile. I got to look at the mayor of Dallas and tell him that he owed me a check for $7 million, because that's what this organization had saved Dallas County taxpayers over the course of 3.5 years.
These businesses will follow those dollars. Look at Bishop Arts and Fort Worth Avenue over in Oak Cliff. What we want to do is make sure that the people that are living in our community rise up, not just move people in from a suburb or from up north. We need to get folks that are in our community, give them the economic empowerment.
I'm a road non-profiter. I'm not going for any grants. And I don't want the man to tell me who I'm feeding. I'm going to feed everybody.
We know what good food does for a kid. We know when a baby eats a good breakfast in the morning, the right breakfast and the right mix of proteins and carbs and such, he's got a much better capacity to absorb and learn and sit still in his seat.
When I drive through my neighborhood, you see some of the most harsh, impoverished situations, but when you step back and you really understand what's going on, it's beautiful that people still have been able to thrive, because I'm here. The more positivity and the more positive energy that our children see, that we can build out this culture of education, this culture of love, and this culture of positivity, that can be sustainable. And that doesn't take money to do. That just takes being present and proximate to the issues. This is something new to me, and it's been tough for me because I'm not a gardener. I don't want to be somebody that started something and I didn't finish it, because this is something that people actually are counting on me to do. If I don't do it, I'm letting down my community just like everyone else.
To take up the torch from those who've come before us and continue to broaden the circle of opportunity. That is our obligation.
How do you solve a food desert? You work hard as hell and you speak truth to power. You let them know, like, man, we here. Like, don't forget about us. After I do this interview, after this documentary come out, still gonna be a lot of kids waking up hungry.